Absolutely. Below is the complete Chapter 2 script of your audiobook, written in the authoritative, tough love audiobook coaching tone, approximately 1,000 words long, structured for 7 to 9 minutes of engaging narration. Chapter 2. Emotion is not truth. Emotions are real, but emotions are not reliable. They are signals, not orders. They are weather, not climate. And if you build your decisions on the weather, you'll live a life of storms. Listen carefully. Emotion speaks loud, but truth speaks clear. That's the key. Emotion yells, truth whispers. And most people live their entire lives chasing the noise instead of hearing the signal. You have a choice. Every single time you feel something heavy, anger, fear, anxiety, jealousy, you have a choice. You can act from emotion or you can act from principle. One burns energy, the other builds power. Let me make this clear. Emotions are not your enemy. They are messengers. They tell you something is happening inside you, but they don't tell you what to do. You decide that. That's the power of emotional control. Think about it like this. You're driving a car. The dashboard lights up, that's emotion. A warning light flashes, anger, sadness, disappointment. But the light isn't the problem, it's just the signal. You wouldn't smash the dashboard, would you? No, you check under the hood. That's what emotional mastery looks like. It's not suppression, it's observation. It's not pretending you don't feel. It's choosing not to let what you feel dictate what you do. Most people live the opposite way. They react before they reflect. They move before they think. They let emotion lead and then spend months cleaning up the damage. You've done it. We've all done it. You said something you didn't mean. You quit something you should have finished. You sent that text you regret. Why? Because emotion was in the driver's seat. But when you pause, when you take that single breath, that one deliberate second to step back, everything changes. You give logic time to catch up. You give truth room to speak. And truth always speaks quieter than emotion. Emotion speaks loud, but truth speaks clear. Say it again. Emotion speaks loud, but truth speaks clear. Here's the reality. Your emotions are shaped by stories, not facts. Something happens and your brain instantly writes a story. You don't get a promotion, so you tell yourself, I'm not good enough. Someone ignores your call and you think, they don't care about me. You make a mistake and you decide, I'll never win. None of those are facts. They're interpretations. And discipline means catching that story before it controls you. It means asking, what else could be true? What's the fact, not the feeling? Emotion says, this is the end. Truth says, this is just feedback. Emotion says, they disrespected me. Truth says, maybe they're fighting their own battle. Emotion says, I can't. Truth says, I'm not there yet. You have to become a detective of your emotions, not a servant. Observe them like data. Collect, analyze, interpret, but never obey them blindly. That's how you stay calm when others lose it. That's how you stay grounded when everyone else is shaking. Let's talk about anger. Anger is energy. It's not evil. But untrained anger destroys what discipline could have built. Anger should be redirected, not released. You feel it? Good. Use it. Channel it into effort, not argument. That's what the greats do. Athletes don't lose control when the referee makes a bad call. They breathe. They refocus. They dominate the next play. That's emotional control. Not avoidance, mastery. Emotion says, prove them wrong. Truth says, prove yourself right. Emotion says, they embarrassed me. Truth says, I'll outwork them. Emotion lives in impulse. Truth lives in strategy. You can't win a long game playing short-term emotional moves. Now understand this. Emotions are not permanent. They pass. They always pass. No emotion lasts forever. But every reaction can have a lasting consequence. That's the test. Can you outweight the wave? Can you sit through the storm without grabbing the wheel in panic? Because most people crash not because of the wave, but because they oversteer. You don't need to fix every feeling. You need to outlast it. You need to be the calm in the middle of it. That's how you build inner strength. That's how you master the art of emotional control. Emotion speaks loud, but truth speaks clear. Say it until it sticks. Here's what you do. Step 1. Name the emotion. Put words on it. I feel frustrated. I feel ignored. I feel scared. Naming separates you from it. You're not saying, I am angry. You're saying, I feel anger. That one word change gives you power. Step 2. Question it. Ask, is this emotion based on fact or interpretation? 9 times out of 10, it's interpretation. Step 3. Act according to values, not moods. Moods change. Values don't. Your job is to anchor yourself in what matters, even when your emotions scream otherwise. That's emotional discipline. People think control means suppression. No, control means choice. It means you choose when to act and when to hold back. It means your emotions work for you, not against you. You don't need to stop feeling. You need to start leading. Because here's the truth. Emotions are part of being human. But discipline is what makes you powerful. The strongest man in the room isn't the one who feels nothing. It's the one who feels everything and still acts with intention. Emotion speaks loud, but truth speaks clear. Let that be your mantra. Let it be your pause button when the heat rises, when someone disrespects you, when life feels unfair, when everything in you wants to explode. Stop. Hear the emotion, then find the truth underneath it. You can't control what you feel, but you can control what you feed. The more you feed emotional chaos, the more it consumes you. The more you feed calm observation, the more stable you become. That's the key. Remember this. Every reaction is a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. Do you want to be ruled by impulse or guided by intention? That's the choice. Every day, every hour, every second. Emotion speaks loud, but truth speaks clear. Which one are you listening to? You've learned how to separate emotion from truth. Now it's time to go deeper, because the biggest enemy of emotional control isn't anger, it's ego. You mastered the signal. Now let's expose the source. Chapter 3, The Ego Trap, Why You React Too Fast. Approximately 1,020 words, perfectly structured for audiobook pacing, heavy on repetition, rhythm, and transformation-driven narration. Would you like me to proceed directly to Chapter 3, The Ego Trap, Why You React Too Fast in the same format and tone?